try.
The game is over.
But it's been dominant from the Springboks.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode. So for this one, I am doing it's a review for the All Blacks vs Springbok game that took place Friday, 8:30 South African time. It was played in Twickenham, England. So it was termed, it was headlined as a warm-up for the World Cup. But as I said in the previous video that I made preview for this game, I said that it was not really, it was going to be a full-blown test match, because these teams are really strong rivals and they're the most successful teams in the world. So when they go against each other, the sparks really fly. Yeah, the sparks did fly in a packed Twickenham. Well, you come to this game, you're expecting that the Springboks will fix from what happened in the past game they played against these guys in New Zealand. So they're gonna be more prepared here, and yeah, they did show that in the start of this game, because now they camped inside New Zealand's 22 for the longest time in the first half. They were camping inside New Zealand 22, trying to score a try early on here, and at the same time preventing New Zealand to have that quick start they like to have in these games. Yeah, but during this camp and siege, the All Blacks defended very well.
Franco Mostert, and early with Mostert still in the air, Kolisi breaking to the short side. It is to Franco Mostert once again, and again New Zealand drive in early. This time it's Etzebeth the target at the front of the Springbok lineout, and another arm out for another penalty advantage. Marks for Eben Etzebeth. Marks. Wonderful tackle.
So yeah, they were not going for the 3 points that they usually go for the Springboks. They would kick to the corner, penalty to the corner. I think the plan was to keep New Zealand in their own 22 there, to not allow them to get a head start. So during this process, the All Blacks suffered 2 yellow cards from the referee because of the compounding of the penalties that they were committing due to the pressure they were under from the Springboks. Yeah, but after all these attempts, the Boks finally managed to breach the All Black wall and managed to score a try in open play, actually, through Siya Kolisi.
Barrett. Savia was flying in there as well. De Toy.
Penalty advantage.
De Klerk. Kolisi again.
He's got it down.
Away.
Yeah, so I think they formed a mall. I think came from a mall or a scrum, and then the ball came out, and then they just played a few phases, and Kolisi found a way to go through, to crash over the try line and score this try here. So now after this try, the All Blacks tried to play from their 22, trying to offload and play that fast-paced rugby, building from the back. But during this play, the ball got intercepted while they're trying to offload. One of the guys trying to offload to his teammates there, and Kelly Arendse is the one who read this play very well and intercepted the ball, and he went on to score a try. Dan Coles couldn't tackle, wasn't quick enough to go and tackle him.
Taken in.
And now Barrett managing to break up, and Arendse with the interception. No one will catch him.
So the Boks were 14-0 up now. Yeah, 14-0 up. Looked very composed and formidable. So New Zealand attempted to build some continuation now in their attack, trying to claw back to the game. But the Springboks were very well prepared. And they were very well prepared. They were slowing their ball down very well in the racks and disrupting the tempo and the speed at which New Zealand like to play at.
For Telea.
Let it go.
And Barrett across the face for Coles. Libbok getting across to make the tackle along with Malcolm Marks. Barrett. Little chip over the top. Willemse.
Also, you could see in that defense that the Springboks had it improved significantly in their defense. They were coming out very aggressively, and to a point where they were infiltrating that New Zealand line. You know, they were even going through the line, the passing lanes there. Yeah, it was very aggressive. It's a bit different, looked different on Friday, the Boks. I think they've added something to the defense to counter New Zealand's offloading game. Because whenever New Zealand were trying to offload, there was a player cutting that line. So really it was difficult for them. Either there's a player on the face or a player cutting the line. If they beat the player, they beat the line, there was someone in between their passing lane. So it was difficult for them to play their actual game.
Sam Kane with the carry. Now, Ethan de Groot seems to have shaken off that knock to the knee. Geordie Barrett.
Also, they were working very hard, the Springboks, working very hard for each other. They were very organized. Also, when the All Blacks trying to do the usual of going to the short side, overloading the short side, the Boks were very also organized on the short side.
Bowden Barrett for brother Scott. And again, it's Bowden Barrett in to receive from Aaron Smith. It's not making much headway though. Savia.
Yeah, they were very organized. I think they were doing well when it came to adjusting on what's in front of them, the Springboks. I actually commend them in this game. Yeah, they were playing well, Springboks. So things went from bad to worse now for New Zealand as they lost Scott Barrett. He's a key player for them. He lost when he was trying to clean for New Zealand in the 22 of the Springboks. He went straight with the shoulder to the face of Malcolm Marx, and he got a second yellow card. He was sent off a red card, and the banker decided that that yellow card was enough. I don't think that's a yellow card. That should have been a straight red card. Straight red card. Doesn't even need to be reviewed because he knew it was intentional. He knew what he was doing. No mitigation, nothing. Just a straight hit on the head of Malcolm Marx, and he nearly got injured, Malcolm Marx, because now he had to be attended by the doctors now after that hit from Scott Barrett.
Show you the contact point. Now Scott Barrett already had a yellow card.
They got penalised because Peter Steph du Toit hadn't rolled away. He certainly had his hands on the ball, but because
I think he should be cited for this. Barrett should miss that game against France because what he did was very cynical here. Yeah, you can't be punching people on the faces in a rugby game. The All Blacks didn't stop attempting to claw back now with trying to score some points, but their attacks. There was one attack where they, in the brink of half time, when they nearly scored a try through Will Jordan. But upon review, the referee found that Mark Talia knocked the ball in the lead up to that try. So it was reversed and cancelled. And then the game went to half time. So All Blacks 0, Springbok 14. Yeah, the first half was all Springboks, really. I don't think the All Blacks were ready for this type of play. The tactics that the Springboks implemented on the day, I don't think the All Blacks were ready for that. I think it took them by surprise a bit also what was happening, the way the Springboks were going about this game. So yeah, it's a new Springbok look, actually, the way they are playing. And as I've been mentioning in some videos that we're going to see a new package in the World Cup. They have evolved their game. So in the second half, New Zealand, so you would think that New Zealand are going to come back and be the first one to hit with a try. Because if you have 14 points down, you're supposed to come to the second half and start well. Not the case. They were now forcing things now. In one of these plays from the back, Bowden Barrett to kick the ball close to the touchline, but trying to find Mark Talia to break, but now he kicked the ball on full and awarding possession back to the Springboks 5 meters out, and the box through their line out. Malcolm Marx with the guys pushed through, scored a try.
2 converted tries to the Springboks in the first half. and skewed off the side of the boot of Beauden Barrett, and a perfect start for South Africa. Mostert, the recipient. Kolisi to the short side and marks!
Yeah, not good for from New Zealand. So that's what happens though when you're under pressure. You start forcing things that sometimes are unnecessary. You don't have to do those things. Ken Moody was having a great game at 13. I have to mention this. There was a try he nearly scored. It was a try he nearly scored there. It was going to be a beautiful try. But stepped about three All Black players to score that try. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. He's very intelligent. Yeah, Kenyan Moody. He's a young man, but he's very intelligent, clever. I like him. I like him a lot. But upon review, they found that he's offside on the ruck. So when the ball came out, he was still in the ruck, attached to the ruck. So he was on the other side, All Black side. So he was offside because the line, once the ruck forms, there's a line that forms, and then you were supposed to be on the other side to not skip that line. So it was attached to Magazolima Pimp, so the try couldn't stand. But shortly after this try denial, the Springbok scored their fourth try from a maul, again through Bongi Mbonambi.
The angle of attack of the maul, powering their way forward and over.
I saw the ball go down.
Yeah, so they were not done. That denial, try denial, they didn't bring the spirit down. They continued to probe and they scored through Bongi Mbonambi here. Yeah, it was all Springboks now. The momentum was with them as they scored another try now from Kwaka Smith. So they formed a maul. So they formed a line out. Then the line out, the ball was passed to Kwaka Smith. So it was actually a good maul variation, a beautiful maul variation from the Springbok. I liked what they're doing.
Just pressure, build up, forced to chase the game, and the process aren't sticking.
To the tail they go for Peter Steph du Toit. It's a variation. And over is Kwaka Smith.
So the All Blacks, they didn't lie down also. They kept probing because they wanted that score, to score. From their side, they had not scored a point by this time. That's still 0. So they needed to score a try at least or 3 points to just not get embarrassed like this. And they finally managed to score from individual brilliance through Cam Roygard, number 9, substitute. He was brilliant here. He went on to score that try. Cobus Reiner tried to defend, to tackle him desperately, but momentum carried him over to score that try.
Geordie Barrett and Kwaka Smith trying to rip the ball in the tackle. But Roygard is away. And Roygard will go all the way here. They're chasing him down. Reiner!
Yeah, that's beautiful. I like him, Roygard. I see now why he was chosen over Brad Weber. So they tried again, the All Blacks, after this try to probe to another try, but the Springboks were defending very well and they didn't allow them to score this try, and the game went to full time. All Blacks 7, Springboks 35. This was a beautiful game to watch. It was very entertaining, actually very also technical, the way both teams were set up. But I was more impressed by the Springboks. They were able to counter those New Zealand strengths, what they usually like doing, by refusing to kick for those 3 points. So instead, they were just lay the siege inside the All Blacks 22, keeping them inside their own half. Yeah. Cam Roygard was good for the All Blacks when he came on. Yeah, he was good. He was brilliant, as I already said, that he scored that try. So the Springbok went at the 7-1 split on the bench. Yeah, 7 forwards, 1 backline player, which is Cobus Reiner. Very risky. I've never seen this done. It's very risky. It's very risky. It's a gambling tactic, this 7-1 split. Yeah, it's very risky. It's very risky. You could have... There's a day where we will see Kwaka Smith playing center. Well, he could play center because he's played 7s before. So Kwaka Smith actually could play in the back line. I see him playing in the back line one day. Yeah, in the World Cup. If something happens in the 7-1 split, if they do that, Kwaka Smith would play in the back line, I think. And see, imagine. So, yeah, Mark Talia, Kenan Moody was brilliant in the game. Yeah, he was good at 13. He's intelligent, as I had said. He was reading those offloads like he knew what the players were going to do, the next move of the player. So he's intelligent. I think he passed the test at 13. So his finishing abilities are very good, Kenan Moody, in broken play. Mark Talia was incredible for the All Blacks. Whenever he had the ball, it was very hard for the Springboks to bring him down because he's very elusive and quick feet, very skillful player. Yeah. Damian Williams was incredible also at 15. He came alive in that game. He played very well at 15. I liked him. Whenever he had the ball, the guys were not kicking the ball a lot, the Springboks. He would take the ball to the line, stepping, beating one first defender or first two defenders, finding space, giving the Springboks that front football they need, trying to build from deep in their 22. So he was good. Yeah. Jean Klein, when he came on, he was brilliant for the Springboks, especially in the line-out. The steals he was making, because now the Springboks came here to this game competing in the line-outs. Unlike the previous game, where we were not competing, just allowing the All Blacks to have all the ball. This time, they were competing and pushing pressure on the All Blacks line-out, and it was paying dividends. Yeah, it was a good game. These are warm-ups, but they have consequences. They have consequences. A team that wins during this time, yeah, it can boost their mentality. It can boost their mentality. It can boost their mentality. Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening, guys. Hi, guys. Hi. So I'm just going to... This is a short video about the warm-ups that took place over the weekend. So these are warm-ups, right? But what I'm going to emphasize is that these warm-ups have some consequences. Like when Ireland played Samoa, it was nearly a close game. It does something now to the Samoans going to the World Cup that they can really stand on their own. England lost to Fiji. England lost for the first time, I think. So this is going to give Fiji some confidence going forward. Strong confidence, especially when they're playing against Wales, their first game. Wales need to watch out because they could lose here. Yeah, they could lose. Scotland 33, Georgia 6. So the first half was very tight. First half, no tries, I think. Georgia stood their ground. And even though they lost in the second half by a huge margin, I think they will take a lot from this game. They will take a lot from this game. They look very organized. There's some very good players also in their forwards, Georgia. Good side. Good side. Yeah. This is going to do something to their psychology, as I've said. Yeah. So these warm-ups are warm-ups, but they have strong consequences psychologically for the respective teams. Yeah. On to the World Cup. Thank you. Thanks, guys.